Let's get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz, YouTube, Twitch, all other affiliates. It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. And today, fellas, we're gonna respond a little bit, give you my thoughts on the strongly worded document from EA yesterday. I'm just gonna touch on a couple of things. One in particular, the part where they were talking about the user interceptions and I guess the user interaction, where a lot of the times, yes, fellas, when you click on to a guy on defense, it's like it's a shot of dice, man. It's like you're shooting craps. It's like sometimes, you never know what could happen. And so I'm just going to take y'all through a couple scenarios. And here's one of them. In this situation, a lot of people would give me the opinion that that's bad defense, or yeah, the DB is supposed to do this and do that or whatever. And to me, I offer you a different perspective with this. I agree that defense in Madden should get you into position. If you call a good defense, you have good personnel, it should get you into a position. But I am of a firm belief, yeah, that's a word, belief that defense, they should not make the play for you. The AI defenders should not make plays for people. And so, yeah, you get in situations like this when we both click on. Now, I have another opinion as well, that we both click on, if, we both have good stick control, or we both can put our guy in a situation where they can go up for the football, facing the football in a realistic kind of sense, then yeah, it's definitely should be 50-50. This is what Madden actually used to be back in the day. It's one-on-one contested catches, who had the stick skill to play one-on-one D, and who had the stick skill to go up and catch the ball, at a certain point in time. And so if the defense gets you in a position, excuse me, if it gets you in a position and you're there, you click on and go up, yes, I feel like the defensive animation should be better than what it would be from the AI defender. Now, in Madden, for some reason, it just seems like a lot of these games are decided because of AI interaction, not really user interaction. Is pretty much just AI interactions. And it's like the AI defenders make better plays than the users ever could. And then it's weird to just, it's like, it's just two different opinions. And I just don't believe that AI defenders should be making plays for people. They should maybe tip a pass, knock a pass down if they're in a situation. All right. So again, here, this is the beta. Yeah. And so right there, you see both of us click on at the same time, but then there's body positioning. I go up, he goes up, he's behind me. I don't really agree with the animation that he got going straight up, but I don't know if he was pulling forward. Looks like I jumped before he did. So in that situation, then to me, I guess that's fair game. Now, in another situation where a lot of people will call this bad defense, the defender's right there, but there's no click on. When there's no click on and there's a click on by the user wide receiver, then yeah, I definitely agree that the user wide receiver should make the play, or should, at least have first dibs to the ball faster than just the AI defender who's just there. But again, in Madden, this is seemingly for some reason reversed, and it's made us all lazy, to be honest. It's a lot of people in there, people are going to have different opinions, but that believe that the AI, if the AI guy's there, they should make every pick. They should get all the interceptions and all that stuff. And it's just, that's, play a sim game where you just watch the game if that's how you feel. You know what I mean? I'm not saying anything's wrong with it, but it's in the competitive Madden sport. You want to know that, hey, I did something better. And so that's one thing we're going to have to learn with 23, because a lot of this stuff is going to be a point where the AI defenders are going to make a lot of plays. Now, the tuning at which, whether those plays are interceptions or they're just, pass breakups or whatever, to that degree depends upon EA itself. Now, let's talk about something they did not address. Can we please address the momentum meter and the ridiculous nature of the things that happen because of it? We don't want to necessarily always play a game where, I can't see my wide receiver's icon because, little Johnny has, he converted a 4th and 12 on me one time, and then, yeah, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff has no business being in competitive Madden. Let the users decide what's what. And then the strategy itself. If a guy has a guy, he's getting a guy open, then he's getting a guy open. But I get tired of seeing warp defenders warp into users, when the guys are going up for user catches and the AI defender just warps in out of nowhere and hits the guy in the back of his shoelace, and then he falls down. JP, that was nasty. Last 2 plays you just saw was me getting a user pick, and then my man JP coming back, just jumping right over my head, catching the ball. Those are 2 user interactions. I'm gonna show you some of this stuff at the end of the video. And so it's just gonna be a different day and age. It's just gonna be like, a changing of the landscape of Madden, so to speak. Now, like a play like this, so to speak, all right? Ball is thrown. There's 2 defenders right in the right position. Here's where EA kind of drops the ball to me. Watch when he clicks on the Eagles defender. Watch the guy he gets. He gets the late. First of all, he clicked on late. So I agree with the play being made. But why would he ever get the defender that's not on the guy where the ball's coming to the receiver at? That's kind of crazy. There's no control of that. Again, I'll say this again before it ever happens, and it probably won't, but if there was a way, like, how they do it in 2K with the icon base passing, at least with the secondary, you should be able to click to an icon in your secondary before the ball's ever before the ball is ever, thrown. I should be able to click to any icon I want in my secondary. I should know where my corners are, the same way the offense has A and Y and RB and all that stuff. That should happen in the secondary. It should happen during the play. As soon as the ball is snapped, if I see an over route coming to the guy on the right, I should be able to click to my boundary corner on the right, which would be the B, I guess, or the circle guy, and I should be able to bring him down. I should be able to pull him from wherever he's at and pull him down. Yeah, that's my opinion, totally separate of whoever would ever care. Probably nobody. But that's part of the problem. But as it stands, for in reality, what we're dealing with is a situation where too many games are won and lost based upon the AI interaction. I know I keep saying that, and it'll just forever just stick in my craw, as they say. But in this situation, ball's thrown, he never clicks to the guy. I don't expect him to make up ground. I don't expect anything to happen. I expect for that matchup to be whatever it is, AI versus AI. But when it becomes AI versus user, how is it that the AI is having better success than the user? That makes no sense. This is a competitive game. Again, if the AI defenders are standing there and based upon whatever attributes they have, if they, have high awareness and good catching and all that stuff, then by all means, let them jump in front and make the play. Now, another thing I saw was they talked about the wide receiver, I guess the amount of retention or wins in terms of the wide receiver and the one-on-one. My opinion stays the same with that. Bigger wide receivers, as they used to in Madden, they should be dominant, especially if you have good user control. And so a lot of people will sit and say, no, man, that's going to make it too easy for guys just to throw jump balls. No, I don't mean that we're going to make it easy to throw jump balls. It just means that anytime that the wide receiver, and it's a user wide receiver, and he gets himself in a position first and is able to go up first, has proper mechanics, yeah, they should get the wins. Like right here, it was a click on, but the click on was too late for him to react. By the time he clicked on, I was already up in the air. Here's another one that's even more interesting. So right here, watch, both of us are going to click on. He clicks on fairly in good enough time, but he gets a terrible animation, like some kind of swipe duck under kind of animation. See, in that situation, when he's there, he should get, if he goes up, in a good enough time, he should get the benefit of the animation to bring him to that particular interaction, like we get with a user wide receiver and a boundary DB who just comes down and hits the guy in the shoelace and the guy never clicks to him. See, in that situation, he should get that contact animation where, if he goes up and I go up and he doesn't get the pick, then he at least hits me. You see what I mean? Now, in this situation right here, which is a perfect one to me, because here's a taller tight end against a smaller safety or corner or whatever he was. I think it was a safety. And so at the time that I go up on this replay, you're going to see the difference in size. And then so this could have went either way, in my opinion. If he had got the pick, I wouldn't have been upset. But the fact that I got the catch, of course I was happy. Yeah, figure that part out. But come on, man. And then watch my stick jumping. That's crazy. So, watch as the play happens and the guy pulls up, right? I said pull up like it was a drive-by. Anyway, laughing. I killed myself. Then, somebody walks in right in the middle of the video. And so he goes up right there. Anyway, man, it is your boy, Coach DC404. I am out.